We are not just spontaneous without being structured. We are now being structured. Now, that's one of the concepts that has been introduced into the business world, which I would love to share with you right now. And that's mind mapping for your team. Now, what's mind mapping? A mind map is essentially a diagram that is used visually to organize information designed to help businesses improve brainstorming sessions as well as collaboration and communication. A mind map can be used for businesses to brainstorm thoughts and ideas organically. Now, that's the reference point. Now, one of the things mind map does for you is it helps you to put your thoughts into sections and your thoughts can also now look like departments. For example, mind map can lead to collaboration benefits. So for example, I'm thinking about a particular product. That product, in thinking about that product, different ideas will pop up. In thinking about your first brainstorming sessions, different ideas will pop up. When your different ideas pop up, you don't structure them. You allow yourself, give yourself the room to think, to dream, to imagine. Now, as those ideas are popping up, you will start segmenting them. While segmenting them, you will discover that some of them might lead to, okay, this particular idea, you classify it as probably benefits. For example, let's say most of the ideas coming, these ideas, they are planning related. You put them under planning. Some of the ideas are creativity. They are more creative. They are linked towards creativity. Because when you are brainstorming with your team, you should understand that you are going to have different people. Number one, some people are naturally melancholic, in quote and unquote. Sorry, excuse me. Thank you. So when you are brainstorming your team, some people are optimistic in nature. They start thinking about what the good things, what good can come out of that idea, what are the possibilities of that idea. They start thinking that way. Now, one of the problems that happened over the years is we've had different people with different ways of saying things. And there hasn't been any concept that has given us one whole framework to bring everybody together. Because it's difficult to have someone who is spontaneous and idealistic, optimistic, with someone that is who is plan-oriented, who is a realist, who is organized, who tries to organize. And you need all this on your team. You can't just have someone who is just a plan, who is not creative, or someone who is just creative, who is not looking for a structured way of doing things. And you are not looking for, there are some people that will be on your team that they are always team-oriented. How can people work together? So their idea is always geared towards collaboration. Now, when you have this on your team, this not just this 4, don't mind these 5, they are different. So your ideas you have to aggregate them into what type. Is this idea more creative? Is it more is it bringing out the creativity from this idea, from this thing? You put them in you put them somewhere. You put them in one place. I've noticed you give them one color. Now, is this ideas, this set of thoughts, are they more in the benefits? Is it, okay, for example, someone comes and say that I'm into, let's say, give me an example, someone's business that is here. Okay, for example, what we do, we build leaders and businesses. So someone like me will come up and start talking about how it will help the economy, how it will change the youth, how it will bring people out of poverty, how it will increase technology, how it will increase GDP. All that is benefits. Now, someone else will come and start talking about, okay, that's very good. We need to partner with this person. We need to partner with this person. That was to partner with this person. Now, the tendency has always been to segregate people not knowing that everything can be a map. Another person can come and say, no, we need to be structured. We can't do this now. We can't do this now. We need to plan. We need to do this. Now, sometimes the plan before now, the planners used to win the creatives and those that are productive. Now, with mind mapping, you're able to segregate and put everything into one place. Let me give you an example. Buy from Nigeria. Okay, this is mine. I use this. I had to screenshot this for my own. So we came up with this idea, and we were thinking, okay, we have an idea. We want to create stuff. So and then we started saying, okay, there are different problems going on, funding, visibilities, and things like that. What we did, instead of trying to have a scattered ideation session, what did I do? We created what called all of them current problems, gave them what? A different approach. This is mine. This one I use for myself. Now, benefits. We're not thinking, okay, what are the benefits of these ideas? Of these ideas, give them one. Now, so that one of the problems we were having was what? Vendors were misbehaving. You will beg them to upload, they will not upload. You will tell them to do this one. We had to segregate them and put them under vendor attitude. Now, as you keep ideating, every time you now come, so by so doing, you're able to have a team that is effective when it comes to, because sometimes team meetings are disruptive because one person is saying the other person is wrong. Now, if you look at things as a river where everybody is seeing things from a different perspective, you will be able to have a good team synergy, and you will be able to run your team effectively and have less frictions, knowing that people are not necessarily wrong or right, but they are seeing things from a different perspective, though there's an extreme to that thought pattern too, but it's also different perspective. By so doing, you're able to have a good and effective team. And you know when someone is speaking, for example, someone wakes up and says, I have this idea. You won't throw the idea away. You put it, you can, okay, for example, there was an idea that came up. That's why we call it main topic 5.1. We've not been able to categorize it. That's why I gave it a separate session. Now, with this, you're able to, this is the concept of mind mapping. Now, this, if teams are able to mind map effectively, there's going to be synergy. People will not see themselves as you're against me, I'm against you. You will see that we are just people who see things differently, but we can work together. Now, let me show you other ones. Now, this is a mind map for an event planning. So you want to plan an event. Instead of everybody having scattered ideas, while they are giving ideas, you can arrange them. That's not taking what, let me go. Okay, so now you can see this one here. So you can see how the ideas are being, they are not scattered. They are scattered in a way, but you are able to arrange them. Now, this concept gives you ways of structurally executing your ideas. So you want to run the marketing plan. You can say, okay, we have this social problem. People start giving their objections. The person, those that don't see something good when you are talking about, they will say something. Okay, your idea is noted. You plot it. Everybody share your thoughts. The bad one, the good one. They are not necessarily bad. They are just, it is just a view of a particular issue, and it should be well noted. And you keep adding it to your own map. Then during a session, you now start what? Aggregating it, and you're able to see that, okay, everybody is seeing a particular map, and your team is able to execute things effectively, not scattered. Not someone come with another idea and say that it is disruptive. For it to be disruptive, it must be done structurally for it to be scalable. Now, you want to do a business plan, a typical business plan. Someone comes, marketing, different ideas can come up. You can see how you can use idea mapping to create a business plan. Now, having said that, there are different tools for idea mapping. I, for one, I use XMap, but these are, if you have any question, I would really love, please, if you, I I need to be sure you are following. Hold on. Now, these are tools for okay. Sorry. Please, you are following, please type yes. I need to know you are following me. If you are following, please type yes. I'm waiting. Okay, thank you. Now, these are tools for idea mapping. All these tools are free. You can easily go online and get them. And I also recommend one that is not here is hold on. It's called Xmind on Google Android. You can use Xmind. And one of these I also advise, because this is, I'm packing a lot of information and thoughts for you to execute for your business. You can go to YouTube. YouTube is my best friend. Go on YouTube, you will learn a lot about it and learn some new things there. Next thing I want to talk about, also on collaboration, I want to talk about Microsoft Teams. Please excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, now I'll talk about Microsoft Teams. Now, Microsoft Teams is one of those collaborations out there that is making collaboration amongst workers, teams within a particular organization to work well. Now, Microsoft Teams also have what they call Slack. When you want to monitor how work is going, how your work is being done, for example, you have an art exhibition, and you have delegated different tasks to different team members. Sometimes you have to wait. You have to make it a policy that they report via the collaboration tool. And Microsoft Team gives you a lot of tools, a lot of facilities to do that. So for now that we are all working remotely, compulsorily, Microsoft Team is a very good tool for monitoring. So when you want to say, send me a file, you are not going to go to Google Drive. Everything will be on Microsoft Teams. Now, Microsoft Teams gives you this is a collaboration. This is the chat session for Microsoft Teams, where everybody's working from their laptop. Now, some companies, what they do is, for remote they actually leave their workers to leave Microsoft Teams running live while they are coding. So sometimes the supervisor is having this particular screen, he has it on a particular TV, and is monitoring everybody. Sorry, if you can see me, let me know. Can you see me? Okay. Sorry, thank you. I minimized the video. I wasn't seeing something. Okay, so so for example, let's say you are an IT firm, or you are a brand consulting firm, or a brand consulting firm, and you have people that you are paying to work with you for 6 hours a day. And in some cases, I know some remote companies like Crossover, unlike some remote companies that will tell you go and get the job done when it gets to the deadline you submit. Crossover doesn't work that way. Crossover monitors you via the camera, and they'll use tools like Microsoft Teams. So while your team, your workers are working, you can have a screen where you are seeing everybody work. So someone will not be in, maybe they are playing and they are telling you they are working. Now, meanwhile, you guys need to get the job done. So with Microsoft Team, you can be watching the person work, and meanwhile, you are watching the person's desktop to know if the person is getting the job done. Those are one of the advantages of Microsoft Team. And Microsoft Team is also phone enabled. So peradventure, you are actually in a meeting and you want to be sure that your workers are doing the right thing. You can go on your phone and you are checking out everything. And it also gives you room to chat with different departments. And as you can see on my screen, you can see different departments. You can check out what they are doing. You can check out the files they have sent to you. So when it comes to collaboration, this also comes to the second thing about having an effective team. So sometimes you just don't leave people. One of the things my mentor, the first one that started teaching me about leadership, he told me then that you just don't delegate, you also supervise. Some of us are good at delegating, but we don't supervise. Now, Microsoft Team gives you room to what? Delegate and not supervise. And you also make it a rule. You also make the rule that the person you have delegated to also give feedbacks. Some companies have it as a policy that if you do not give your feedback on your project, or your project inside into the application we are using to monitor, you can be queried for that, because the boss is not seeing you, but is able to check via what you report. Now, so these are one of the things Microsoft Team gives you. Now, so before going to, if you have any question about Microsoft Teams, please, I would love you to, put in the comment tab, and I'll get back to you on that. Now, as you can see this particular interface, you can see conversations, you can see meeting notes, you can see news, you can see files. So Microsoft Team gives you room to even catch up. Peradventure you went for leave and you were off, you can come back and still catch up with what's going on. You can see assessments. There are different tools Microsoft Team gives you to effectively manage your team. Now, this is one of the tools that has been made available. However, if you are interested in using Microsoft Team for your business, I will need you to send a mail to the mail that send a mail or send a comment. The coordinator would speak with you, because we have some facilities for startups for the next 6 months that are interested in using Microsoft Teams. Not just people who are just interested, but people who are serious, who have a team that they want to manage, and they feel that Microsoft Teams would help them to collaborate effectively. Please get in touch with me or the coordinator, or send a mail to the email that contacted you for this particular meeting. Now, I want to talk to you about